Hey guys, so this is going to be a workout of the day video. Basically, I just have my friend film parts of my workout just to give you guys some tips and ideas that you can add to your workouts. So we start with a warm-up of butt kicks, high knees, walking lunges, squats, and burpees. Starting with butt kicks. For your butt kicks, make sure you're bringing your heel all the way up and, like the name says, kicking your butt. You're trying to get your legs warmed up before you start doing some lifting. Then we have high knees. I like to hold my hands at hip height so I know that I'm bringing my knee up that high, but you don't have to bring your knees that high. If you can, you should, but you can also just do a little jog or quick march in place. Then we have walking lunges. So you can do these without weight, and I also showed here you can do it with a plate, like a light plate that you hold over your head. You could do it with dumbbells at the side, but again, you can do it without weight at all. You just want to make sure that that front knee is aligned right over your ankle when you lunge down. Here we have our moving squat. You could also just squat in place, come down and up. And again, for this one, you can hold a plate over your head. You could hold dumbbells at the side. Make sure you're pushing that butt back and down. Keep your chest lifted. Keep those knees aligned over your toes. You don't want to push the knees past the toes. Then we have my favorite. I hope you can hear the sarcasm in my voice. These are burpees. Make sure that when you hop back to your plank, you have a neutral spine or a straight back, but I like to say neutral spine. It's kind of wherever your back naturally rests, since not all of us have a completely straight back in the first place. And you can jump or you can just stand up and reach up. So now getting into our workout, we have cable donkey kicks. So for this, you're going to make sure you're pushing up with your heel as opposed to pushing back. Think pushing up towards the ceiling. It'll be activating those booty muscles a little bit more. Pick a weight that's challenging, where you can feel it where you can really feel it in your glutes. Your butt should be on fire by that last rep. Now we have a BOSU lunge, and I got this from Masi Arias on Instagram. Again, you want to make sure that your knee lines up over your ankle. Don't let your knee push past your toe. You place your standing leg on the center of the BOSU and then do a front lunge and a back lunge with the other leg. Here we have good mornings. For these, your legs are going to be about shoulder width apart. You're going to have a slight bend in your knee. Kind of depends on your flexibility as you're coming down with the bar on your shoulders. And again, keep your chest up. You don't want to be leaning and putting your head down and leaning too far forward. So keep your chest up, slight bend in the knee. Come down until you feel that stretch in the back of your legs. Then bring it back up and bring your hips all the way through so that you are standing up completely straight. We have the leg press, so make sure that your feet are flat on the leg press, and you can, depending on your preference, you can have the legs wide set, you could have them closer together. You can really do both. It's just going to kind of hit your muscle in a different way. And you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest and then push them back out. And again, you don't want to lock your legs when they come out, but you do want them to come out straight. Here we have the booty bridge, or just a bridge, whatever you want to call it. I think it's also called a hip bridge, probably more appropriately. And for this, if you're going to use the bar across your hips, you can use one of those pads to kind of take some of the pressure off your hip bones. You want to bring your hips all the way up. Think your hip bones to the ceiling. Hip bones to the ceiling. Squeeze your booty at the top of that rep. I don't know what this is actually called. I call it a stutter squat, but it's the same thing as doing a squat. So again, you're pushing that butt back and down, keeping your knees lined up over your ankles. I have a slight turnout with my toes when I do my squats because that's the way my body is aligned. It's kind of the way my natural alignment of my legs is. But you can have your toes facing straight forward. You can have them pointed to the corners a little bit. For your stutter squat, you come down and do 2 baby squats and then a full one, and then you stand up. So it's 1, 2, 3, and bring it up. 1, 2, 3, and bring it up. These are called Perverts, and I got these from Heidi Summers, and I forget who she said she got them from. But basically, you're doing the hip abductor machine, and you're just not sitting on your butt, so it just activates the muscles more. You can do these backwards depending on your equipment, the gym you're in. It does not really work well for the gym that I'm at, so that's why I just hover over the chair. Here we have the lying leg curl, but you do it one leg at a time as opposed to using both legs at once. So it kind of just forces your muscles to work a little bit harder, because instead of working as a team in conjunction with the other leg, it's making your muscles kind of do a lot more of the work on their own. So of course you would lower the weight from what it would be if you were doing it with 2 legs. But you can also do the same exercise with 2 legs. Just for everything that you do, make sure it's burning by the last rep if you want there to be progress. I always like to pair a leg curl and a leg extension up just because I have OCD, so I want to work both the front and the back of the leg, make sure I'm hitting them both. So for the leg extension, just make sure you choose a weight where you can extend your legs fully and resist the weight on the way down as opposed to letting the weight push your legs down. Alright guys, that was it for this workout of the day. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to answer any questions you may have. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.